Nicolaus Copernicus was a revolutionary figure in the history of science. Born on February 19, 1473, in Toruń, Poland, he is best known for his heliocentric theory, which dramatically shifted the way humanity understood the universe. His story is one of curiosity, intellectual bravery, and enduring impact, as he dared to challenge centuries of established belief and laid the groundwork for modern astronomy. Copernicus came from a well-to-do family. His father, a merchant, died when Nicholas was just 10 years old, leaving him and his siblings to be raised by their maternal uncle, Lucas Watsonrode, who was a high-ranking church official. Watsonrode made sure his nephew received a top-notch education. Nicholas first attended the University of Krakow, where he studied mathematics and astronomy, laying the groundwork for his later revolutionary ideas. From Krakow, Copernicus traveled to Italy, a hub of intellectual life in the late 15th century. He studied law, medicine, and Greek philosophy in Bologna, Padua, and Ferrara. In Bologna, he worked with Domenico Maria Navarra, a professor of astronomy, who introduced him to the latest astronomical research. It was here that Copernicus began to question the geocentric, Earth-centered, model of the universe, which had dominated Western thought for over 1,000 years, largely based on the teachings of the ancient philosopher Ptolemy. During Copernicus's time, the widely accepted model of the cosmos was the Ptolemaic system, which posited that the Earth was the center of the universe and that all other celestial bodies orbited around it in complex patterns. While this system could explain many observations, it was mathematically cumbersome and lacked elegance. Copernicus became convinced that a simpler, more logical explanation was possible. In 1514, Copernicus wrote a short manuscript, Commentarialis, where he introduced his heliocentric model. This was revolutionary. He suggested that the Earth was not the center of the universe, but rather that it orbited the Sun, along with the other planets. Although the Commentarialis circulated among a small group of scholars, Copernicus was cautious about publishing his ideas more broadly, knowing they would challenge not only scientific thought but also religious doctrine. Copernicus was also a lawyer and physician. Beyond his astronomical work, Copernicus had a career as a lawyer and physician, serving the church in administrative roles, particularly for his uncle, the Bishop of Warmia. The heliocentric model was not his first theory. Before proposing the heliocentric theory, Copernicus considered several models of the universe, some with Earth at the center but moving in different ways. It took years of careful observation for him to settle on the sun-centered model. He waited decades to publish his famous work. Copernicus completed his most famous work, De Revolutionibus Orbium Coelestium, on the revolutions of the celestial spheres, around 1532, but did not publish it until 1543, just before his death. He feared ridicule and condemnation from both scientists and the Church. His work was banned by the Church. Though Copernicus himself was a devout Catholic, his heliocentric theory was declared heretical by the Catholic Church in 1616, long after his death. De Revolutionibus remained on the index of forbidden books for over 200 years. He proposed that Earth rotates on its axis. In addition to arguing that the Earth revolved around the Sun, Copernicus also suggested that the Earth rotates daily on its axis, explaining the apparent movement of the stars and the Sun across the sky. Copernicus's work was inspired by ancient ideas. The heliocentric model wasn't entirely new. Ancient Greek astronomers like Aristarchus of Samos had proposed similar ideas, but they were largely ignored. Copernicus, however, refined and mathematically supported the concept. He was an economist too. Copernicus made contributions to economics, including developing a theory of money. He formulated the principle now known as Gresham's law, which states that bad money drives out good. Copernicus's theory helped start the scientific revolution. Copernicus's heliocentric model laid the groundwork for later scientists like Galileo, Kepler, and Newton, who expanded on his ideas and furthered the scientific revolution. Copernicus passed away in May 1543, just as his monumental book was coming off the presses. Legend has it that he saw a copy of De Revolutionibus on his deathbed, finally realizing that his ideas would live on. And indeed, they have. Today, Copernicus is remembered as one of the most courageous and influential thinkers in history, a man who, through careful observation and relentless curiosity, helped unlock the mysteries of the universe.